And hot flashes, night sweats, the brain fog, the insomnia, all lifted very quickly, and I avoided the hormone replacement therapy. I was pretty excited about what we found, so I did reach out to my brother, very busy OBGYN, and he was very skeptical. But after I showed him the science and badgered him a little bit, he finally did get started and was so impressed with the products that we have shared them faithfully with hundreds of his patients over the years. And it's just been so much fun working with my brother. So what I've done is I knew I didn't want to go back into a corporate job. So I had made the commitment to myself to follow my mentor's guidance, and we put together a business plan. I got to work. I started to take action, and I've just stayed focused on following my plan, building my distribution network. I want to create opportunity for others. I've earned second in the nation in volume, and my bonuses that month were 2,500. And I got to tell you, all my years in corporate America, I never got a bonus like that. So I've been so excited about this. And my goal is just to continue to build my business. I work very closely with my mentors. And I'm also focused on helping my team to build their Relive business. And I want to pay it forward and continue paying it forward. I like helping more people to learn how fun it can be to work from home without a boss, earn great income, all of which is willable. So that is so exciting. You know, when we care about people, really listen to what they're saying and experiencing, we can show them that they do have options. They can change their situation they're in, whether it's health or finances. Relive could be their answer. So I just continue to take my shakes and help people, and I can't imagine doing anything else. It sure beats a corporate job. So let's get started with today's training. So I want to welcome you to your Relive business, and congratulations on making a great decision to be part of this wonderful company. So why Relive? I know we always think about that, and people will ask you that when you're sharing with them. And what Dr. Galvez, our Chief Science Officer, says very clearly is nutrition matters. It's not the genes, it's the gene regulation causing illness and aging, the DNA packaging. So you ask, what is epigenetics? It's the regulation of gene expression. Simply put, good genes on, bad genes off. So then I got to thinking about Relive's mission statement. Excuse me. So their statement is actually quite beautiful and very much to the point. It's nourish our world in body, mind, and spirit. So what is a mission statement? It's a formal summary of the aims and values of a company, organization, or individual. A mission statement to which all employees can subscribe. So then I got to thinking the next step, what is your mission statement? Have you thought about a mission statement? And my husband is he's a manager, and he's in the process of wrapping up a PhD in management, and he talks about mission statements and how important they are. So I thought, okay, I'm going to think about some mission statements. So here are some ideas that I came up with. Unlocking the keys to optimal health through epigenetics. Or here's one a little bit deeper, helping others achieve health and financial freedom with groundbreaking science-based products and outstanding customer service. Or simply uplifting others through better health and financial freedom. The thing about the mission statement is it guides your business. And think about it as when your mission statement is up on the wall, and whatever you're doing each day to advance your business, throw that against your mission statement. And if it sticks, you know you're on the right path. If it doesn't, then maybe you need to change direction. So basic leadership principles, this is so true. Leaders are always positive. You cannot be negative. We need to be positive when we're talking with our team. Leaders take action. We set appointments, we sponsor, we practice integrity. Leaders shine the light on others. It's not about us. It's about our team, and it's about the people we're helping. Leaders are a product of the product. We have to be on the product. We have to have our own powerful story, and leaders build teams. So these are such cool benefits of your own Relive business. This home-based business thing is awesome. So the tax benefits are huge. You go from your W-2 to a 1099, which you receive every year from the company. You can write off so much, your samples, your phone and computer, your home office, mileage, conference, meetings, events, restaurant charges, and all of that is deductible. And I like the idea that you work your hours, you work from home, and there's no overhead. The low startup costs are astounding. If you look into franchise, it's very, very expensive to start a franchise. And I like the turnkey company support. The back office is already there. You do not have to create any of this. The ordering, the business tracking, the tools for marketing, the events and the meetings that the company sponsors, the distributor relations, those people are wonderful, and the training right on the Relive website. So if you are always bringing new people to Relive, you will succeed. You're going to create a list of those you know who need anything: more money, better health, better work-life balance, retirement, community, flexibility, get fit, sending a kid to college, getting a car, buying a house, whatever it might be. People will tell you what concerns them if you listen. And I like this. What keeps you up at night, or what is it that you think about when you wake up at 3 a.m.? And usually that's anxiety. And that is a driving force. When I wake up at 3 a.m., I'm usually worried about something I need to do with my business. And boy, I get up, I make a note to myself, and by that morning, I'm on it. So that, to me, that's my mind telling me I need to do something. So people are our assets. We're going to constantly connect with your growing list. And how do you do that? There's our phone, of course, text messages, which are awesome, social media, sitting down personally. And things have gotten to the point now where we can actually sit down with people and have in-person events. And that's so much fun. Referrals. Who do your prospects know who might have needs? And prospects are really a great source for referrals. And the training, the IXR, it's our simple 5-step process of identify, connect, share, ask, and register. That is a training that you just go through those with each new person you meet. Those are the 5 steps that you're going to do with each new person. So we set appointments and share the Relive story, whether it's videos or personal presentation, online presentation. I love the idea of throwing a party. We threw a great party a couple of weeks ago here in Northern California, and it was so much fun. I had forgotten how vibrant and exciting the in-person events are. So start doing some of that. Learn to listen. Like I said, people will tell you what they need and what they want. Then your job is to show them how Relive can help them achieve those goals. And be sure to paint the big picture. Don't always just focus on product. Paint the whole picture. And remember, the most important connector is the stories. The stories are really what touch people's emotion. And that is what moves people to make a decision to join us and then to stay with us. So have fun. Let people see your enthusiasm. So the products, of course, are everything. We are product driven. And without these amazing products, we would not have a business. And when I was first looking at Relive, I was impressed with the products and the science. And Relive does really make advanced nutrition so simple. And use the company materials and expertise. They've got great brochures and flyers and videos and slideshows. Take advantage of that. Keep it simple for your new people to get started. Don't overwhelm them. Don't hose them down, because that's a mistake that especially new people make, is hosing people down. And by the time you're done hosing them, their eyes are glazed over and they can't wait to get away from you. Listen to their needs. Ask questions. Let them talk. Zip your lip. Let them finish their thoughts, and then address those thoughts and those needs. In the meantime, you're going to be building your own story. You have to get your own results, because when you share your story, that is what's going to attract people's attention. So like our president, Tom Pinnick says, move more, eat smarter, enjoy your Relive, and get fit. So to me, the science was really important. I was intrigued with the company, but I knew if I was going to invest my time and my energy and my money and step away from my job, I needed to have some science backing up these wonderful stories. And we have that here. The science just keeps growing. It gets more and more amazing every single year. Currently, we have probably more now than 10 US patents. That makes us very unique, and multiple independent peer-reviewed studies. So one of the best things I can say to you is do not prescribe. Even if you're a doctor, you're not going to prescribe Relive the way you would a medication. We share information, we make recommendations. Don't try to be the scientist. I know I'm not a doc, I'm not a scientist. I can share very simply the overall picture, but don't try to oversell it and avoid, again, the overselling of the products. Start people very simply, keep it small. And as time goes on, when you do your great customer service, they will get more excited about adding products to their program and possibly even stepping into the business. So this product is so exciting. I'm really focusing on the RLV this year. The patented technologies, and this RLV Protect merges the 3 cutting-edge health technologies in one product. So of course we have our cellular health, our nutritional epigenetics, which sets us completely apart from every other company. And our LunaRich X contains lunasin, which is the most studied bioactive peptide in health sciences today. It is the first food ingredient identified to promote cellular health through a novel epigenetic mechanism of action. Remember what I said earlier, keep it simple. Good genes on, bad genes off. It is the only dietary compound, natural or synthetic, with a US patent on its epigenetic mechanism of action. So that is just one part of this amazing product. The other part is the broad spectrum hemp extract, which contains the cannabinoids, no THC, and this has been shown to interact with the body's endocannabinoid system to provide immediate health benefits and immune support, and actually much more. And of course, the third part is the nanotechnology, and Dr. Galvez talked at length about that at our event in the Bay Area, about breaking down the molecules to such a small size that it will actually cross the blood-brain barrier. That to me really turned on the light bulb of what we have hold of with this amazing product. So now when I'm talking to people about getting started, maybe as a preferred customer, I am recommending they consider starting here, and we can add later. It's so simple, and just the tincture under the tongue, and people begin to get great results. So of course, part of what we do is develop our Relive story. Then we have the XR. We talked a little bit about that earlier. That's where your success starts. You're going to go to relive.com, my resources, and new distributor, and access those videos. You want to go through each of those 5 videos and begin to get a very basic idea of how the Relive business works. Then you're going to need to learn the compensation plan. And I'm not going to go into that in depth today, but there's tons of information about the comp plan online, and also get with your team and practice talking about the compensation plan. If you can't share how people are going to make money when you're talking about a business, you're going to really have a problem selling the plan. And then you're going to build your team. So develop your Relive story in 1 minute or less. And please, please think about this. Cut out all the extraneous details and keep it to just the bullets. Your name, where you live, what your career or profession is or was, your life before you were introduced to Relive, the main things that were bothering you, and now your experience since being introduced to Relive and your amazing benefits, whether it's your health story or your business story. So I am just delighted to introduce some special guest speakers that have agreed so graciously to come on and share their stories with us today. And first, I'm going to welcome Sherry Otzenberger, my dear friend out of St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks, Sherry, so much for taking a few moments to share your story.
Oh, you're welcome, Becky. I hope my phone's working okay.
Yep, I
Hi,
can hear
everyone.
you.
Okay, not sure where my picture went, but I'm Sherry Otzenberger, and I live in St. Louis, and this is where Relive's world headquarters is. And I started learning about Relive about 13 years ago, and when I heard the amazing ways that they were touching people's lives, and also the incredible research and the scientists behind the scenes, I was just so blown away. And I was excited to get started on the products. I was always taking a multitude of vitamins and supplements, and I knew I wasn't getting everything I needed, and I never knew if it was even working. But with Relive, I had that assurance. And so I had no idea, though, that it was going to help me as I was diagnosed with asthma as an adult. And I was told I would use inhalers the rest of my life. And I really was troubled by that. I didn't like taking medication. I was worried about the side effects. And, but it was truly amazing. I started feeling better. I stopped falling asleep at my desk every day. And gosh, it was a matter of months, and I was able to, reduce my inhalers. And I haven't used inhalers now for 12 years. So I am just so grateful. I don't get the respiratory flus I used to get. And those are just indicative things that, what's happening on the inside is so much better. And, I'm getting older every day like we all are. And I just look forward to having the best quality of life with my health. And I was so excited to share this with other people. My mom was diagnosed with a macular hole in her retina. And the doctor told her also that there was no way her body can heal that. And yet, we've seen amazing things. And my mom, she was faithful and consistent. And a year later, when she went back, we were so grateful because they couldn't find a trace of this macular hole. So, it's truly a blessing to be able to invite people to see this. And I started doing that, very part-time around my job. And I was able to earn $1,000 my first month. And I'll tell you, the more you learn about Relive, the more I realize, the more you're just so grateful for what they have and the answers that we can provide. I know people are just praying for answers. They have no idea how we can help. I had no idea how they could help me. I was just excited to get started, like I said, but ended up being such a blessing. And, if you have a health challenge, and I faced a few years ago, I got shingles. And I got through that like a little blip on the radar screen, just switching up what I was taking and consuming more. And so I've just learned to listen to my body, and I love being able to help other people. And I'm just so grateful for the future because I know people now more than ever are really looking for these kind of answers.
Thank you so much, Sherry. I love your story. I love your enthusiasm, and I appreciate you coming on today and sharing with us. And next, we're going to go to my friend Mike Greenwood out in Utah. And Mike, if you could come on and share your story for us today.
I'd be happy to. Thanks, Rebecca. Well, I'm Mike Greenwood from American Fork, Utah. In 2003, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And at the time, I was working for the military. I'm a retired lieutenant colonel now. But when they went in to remove the tumor, it was wrapped around my brainstem. So when they removed it, it caused damage to my brainstem and caused a stroke and kind of messed everything up. It paralyzed the right side of my face and made the right side of my body a lot weaker. I had a really hard time getting around. I felt like a burden for people. And I used to just lay there thinking, I wonder if the mortician can fix the right side of my face at my viewing so I look normal. And I can tell you that's not a good place to be. Well, I got introduced to Relive in 2008. Started to get more fluid on my right eye. The right side of my face started to tighten up. I could feel the right side of my tongue again. I could taste more. I could smell more. I could walk up and down stairs without having to hang on to the handrails, which is kind of nice. And because my balance improved so much, I was able to get back in the military. And then when Lunar Ridge came out, the first thing I noticed was my skin was a lot softer. And then I started to get a little muscle movement on the right side of my face, which was really exciting to me because nothing had happened there in 9 years. And then when the capsules came out, even that muscle movement increase. So I'm excited to see where that's to go. And of course, you can bet I would never take it or relive it. Anyway, that's my story so far, Rebecca.
Oh, Mike, I love your story. Thank you so much for taking some time for us this morning. We really appreciate it. And now I'm going to call on Alum. This wonderful lady has agreed to come on and share her story. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Alum Dinka, and I live in Dallas, Texas. Relive was truly a prayer answer for me. I suffered with chronic migraine headache for over 20 years, refused to take prescription meds because of all the side effects. So I was in pain, and to top it, my job was very demanding. I work for a medical center here in Dallas, and it was just pain every day. And I never knew what would make a difference for me, but I met a lady, and she starts to share with me about Relive. I went to a presentation, and I was touched. The mission of the company, as you mentioned earlier, to nourish the world. I thought that was made for me. I was open to try it, and every day I took what she recommended. Within about 2 weeks' time, I see the migraine is less and less. Before the end of the month, I did not have the migraine anymore after 20 years. You can imagine how I felt, to the point where I was so scared I didn't want to tell anybody because it may come back. But it never did. And so my coworkers, for 10.5 years I worked there, never saw me smile. I'm always telling them, keep your voice down, because with migraine, that's an issue. Suddenly I'm joking, I'm smiling, and everybody's saying, are you okay? Because why is she smiling? Is she, what's wrong with her, kind of thing? And so I casually start to tell them what has happened for me, the miracle that came for me. And my coworkers start to ask me, well, will it help with this? Will it help with that? And I asked my sponsor if I could get some for them. And she told me, yeah, you could do this. And I say, no, I have a good job. I don't want to sell anything. She said, but you did the hard work. And so the other proof, before I even go further, is my daughter. She was a small little girl at the time, and she had eczema also so bad, and I was afraid it may get on her face. They didn't have the kids product back then, but I trusted Relive products so much, and I didn't know kids could take, but whatever I was taking, I started to give her a small amount of that, just experimenting. It wiped it out. She never got that eczema. When the kids product came, I changed her to that for the other added benefits. And so going back to when she said you could do this, and I said, so I decided to sign up and share with my coworkers, just helping people. That's all I thought. But you see, when I was working, I worked long hours. I brought work home. I managed a big admitting department, so it's like 24/7 open. So I'm exhausted. I'm in a bad mood. So I'm like not even a nice mom to my kid because I'm so exhausted. But I start to dream as I start earning money, but just little here, little there. I said, what if? So I decide to take a leave of absence for a year and share Relive and never look back. Relive has been in my life more than 20 years. My daughter is now grown up and finished college and working in New York City. Relive has rewarded me in so many ways. I have 2 little grandchildren in Charlotte, North Carolina, my sons. I'm part of their life from the time they were born to this time, go there, they come here. If it wasn't for Relive, I couldn't do that because I have to get permission from my employer to take time off. And so I've been blessed more than I can imagine, and Relive is always part of my life.
Alum, thank you so much. I don't believe I've heard your story before, and thank you so much for taking a moment to come on and share. Really
My
appreciate
pleasure,
it.
anytime.
Oh, thank you. So, growth, both business and personal, comes from being in a constant state of learning. And again, can't stress enough how important the XR training is, especially for new distributors. So you're going to build your team, and your business grows when you add team members, of course. And you want to keep your business in balance between customers, distributors, and business partners. You need to have every kind of person in your business. And building your team creates that sustainable residual income that we're all looking for that actually is willable to our heirs. So this is so exciting. This month, Relive has offered this special affiliate qualification for December 2021. And we've adjusted the affiliate qualifications on the steps to master affiliate. And this is huge. This is huge. So what this means is the master affiliate qualification, which is our highest discount and profit level, is now half, 2,500 PV. Do the math. So a new person coming in, the cost to become a master affiliate will be $1,625 plus some sales tax. And you still enjoy the free ground shipping on that qualifying order. And this allows you to take advantage of all avenues of the compensation plan and also get the products at the best price. And what's not to like about that? So if you're already a master affiliate, this is an opportunity to encourage those in your downline to make that move. We all have people in our downlines that would love to become a master affiliate, and it just hasn't been doable. So this will help them and you to advance up to the different levels, the director level, and it also can help you re-qualify for master affiliate. And that's the other really exciting part of this is folks that need to requalify can now requalify for half the cost that they normally would have to pay to maintain that master affiliate status. And you can now build faster than ever before, and it works perfectly hand in hand with our promo 123. So here's our promo 123, and we get the bonus and product credits. And this, in my opinion, was one of the very best promos that Relive has ever offered. So promo 1, $100 product credit for 5 customers. They can be retail or preferred. They must have a minimum of 100 PV to qualify, or 200 product credit for 10 customers. And promo 2 is a little bit different now. You personally sponsor 2 quick starts, which is that $500 profit level on that scale we were just looking at, and you're going to earn $100. So you sponsor a 3rd quick start to complete promo 2, and you earn an additional $150 or a total of $250 in bonuses. And promo 3 is a $125 bonus for each new master affiliate. And this, if you focus on promo 1, 2, 3, every month, your business will grow. Trust me, this is genius and it works. The other thing that's exciting is the Win Your Way promotion last month and this month of 2021. So finish the year strong and win your way to Relive's first live conference event in over 2 years. I am so excited about getting back to St. Louis in April and seeing all of my friends that I have so missed these last 2 years with the pandemic and the shutdown. So what we have are 5 ways you can qualify. Top 10 new volumes combined for November and December will receive round-trip travel and accommodations for 2 nights. Or advancements to senior, master, and presidential director will receive round-trip travel and accommodations for 2 nights. The 3rd way is what we just talked about, achieve promo 1, 2, or 3, and your name will be entered into a drawing for 5 spots. And each promo completed earns an entry. And remember, promo 2 will require those 3 quick starts for completion. And all the winners are going to receive accommodations for 2 nights. So for each preferred customer on auto ship that you register, you'll have your name entered into a drawing for 5 spots. And your name can be entered more than once, and all winners receive accommodations for 2 nights. And the last wonderful way is all 2021 US global ambassadors will receive accommodations for 2 nights. So we need to get to work. December is going to be a really key month in our Relive business. So take advantage of these amazing promotions, the requalification levels. I could not be more excited about that. I've already got people committed to requalifying and coming in as master. So get busy, get with your team of support, talk about how to share this, and get to work. So the important calls this week on the Positively Charged Momentum Starter System. And this is just a genius system that the Positively Charged group has put together. And Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time is our Commit to Success training call. You will want to be on this tomorrow night. We're featuring Joyce Ferguson, and she's going to talk about how to build your business through the holidays. And we all could use some advice on that because this is a busy time of year and there's a lot of distractions. Then Tuesday, we have our Health to Wealth intro webinar. Wednesdays, our coffee chat webinar. And Thursdays, the short and sweet story call, which is an amazing way to share the Relive stories. And then, of course, this Saturday training, every Saturday, the Work to Wealth training webinar. So core beliefs for success. I think this is so important for us to really keep this on our radar every day. Of course, you're going to need to show up. Nothing happens until you show up. You have to put together your plan. You have to implement your plan. You have to take action. And you do need to be consistent. And the little actions over time will build you a solid business. And you need a good attitude. You want to brighten a room. You don't want to be Debbie Downer. You want to be optimistic and excited and happy about the possibilities and what we're doing with Relive. Also, you need to be committed for a long period of time. Where are you going to be next year? Are you going to still be with Relive, or are you going to bail and just get discouraged and quit? I made the commitment years ago to myself that I was going to do this no matter what, that I was going to make this work. And we have our ups and downs. We have that roller coaster that we ride all the time in this kind of a business, but I just made the commitment to stick to it. Having faith and a burning desire really helps too. You're up early, you stay up late, you're thinking of people you can talk to. It's so exciting. And you really want to have that burning desire. And you must be willing to pay the price. Neglect is more costly than commitment. There's going to be some things that you're going to have to forego in order to maybe get to a training or have that meeting with the new person that's talking about joining you. And you need to be willing to do that. And one of the most important things is to practice integrity, doing the little things when no one is looking. Your word is everything, and people need to trust you and believe you. When you tell someone you're going to do something, do it. And if something comes up and you can't do it, you must immediately notify that person. You have to practice integrity. So be willing to pay the price is so important. And I think that this little saying here is just really key to the whole idea. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. What are you willing to do today to build your Relive business? And who will you speak to today about Relive? When I leave here, I have 2 meetings set this afternoon. Well, actually 10 a.m. this morning. And again, this afternoon, I'm going to speak to 2 people who are friends of mine who know about Relive, and I am going to present all of the exciting promotions that Relive is offering and just see what happens. So set your appointments, talk to people. So now I'm going to go off on a little bit different tangent, the Relive leadership training. And I was recommended to listen to a video by Jessie Lee Ward some time ago. And one of the first things she said in the video was to buy the book Multipliers, How the Best Leaders Make Everyone Smarter. And this is by Liz Weissman. So I did that. And one of the genius things that she says in the book is, it isn't how much you know that matters. What matters is how much access you have to what other people know. It isn't just how intelligent your team members are. It is how much of that intelligence you can draw out and put to use. Then I got to thinking about what is leadership. And the simple definition is it's the act of leading a group of people. So what we do as leaders is we teach, we mentor, we encourage, we challenge, we inspire, and we want to inspire our people to be the best that they can be and help them to find the tools that they will need and use to become successful. And then we get out of the way. So we're talking about multipliers versus diminishers. And this was a very interesting concept to me. When I went through my MBA training, we talked a lot about processes and flow charts and numbers and Excel spreadsheets, but we really didn't talk about leadership and what that meant. So I found this book to be quite interesting. Multipliers are the leaders that are genius makers who bring out the intelligence in others. They build collective, viral intelligence in their organizations. And diminishers are the leaders that are absorbed in their own intelligence, stifle others, and deplete the organization of crucial intelligence and capability. And throughout my career in corporate America, I have worked for both kinds of leaders. And usually, most of the leaders I worked with were diminishers. It was all about them, what they knew. They were micromanagers that told us what to do, and our opinions and our ideas and our creativity did not matter. So the 5 disciplines of the multipliers. There's the talent magnet, which attracts and optimizes the talent. And of course, we're doing that every day, right? We're always looking for talent, for new people. The Liberator requires people's best thinking. The Challenger extends challenges to people. What can you do better? Can you be the one to step up and maybe share your story the first time, challenging people to step out of their comfort zone? The Debate Maker debates the decisions, doesn't make the decisions, but debates the decisions with the team. And the Investor instills accountability. So the accidental diminisher is, the true diminisher is easy to spot. Much of the diminishing that transpires in the workplace is a result of well-intended leaders whose honest attempts to lead or be helpful shut down ideas and cause others to hold back. And we want to step away from that kind of leadership. We want to encourage people to be creative and think outside the box. So the results, by extracting people's full capability, multipliers get twice the capability from people, as do diminishers. That's a huge number. So I like this quote by Woodrow Wilson. It's so true. I not only use all the brains that I have, but all that I can borrow. So let's talk a little bit about those 5 disciplines very quickly. So the talent magnet is the first discipline, and the empire builder versus the talent magnet. So the empire builder brings in great talent, but they underutilize it because they hoard resources and use them only for their own gain. And the talent magnet, the multiplier, gets access to the best talent because people flock to work for them. They draw them to them, knowing they will be fully utilized and developed to be ready for the next stage. And that is what keeps people working and excited and giving 100%. So the 4 practices of the talent magnet: they look for talent everywhere. Of course, we do. We appreciate all types of genius, and we ignore boundaries. What we want to do is find people's native genius. Look for what is native. What are people's natural abilities? How we label it, and then how do we utilize that to the fullest? We want to really build on their natural native genius. We want to connect people with opportunities and shine a spotlight on our team members and remove the blockers. I like this one, get rid of the Prima Donnas. I know that often the Prima Donnas will fire themselves. They will eventually just fall away. And the other really important thing about being a multiplier is we get out of the way. We let our people build and inspire, and we just guide them, and then we step out of the way. So the unexpected findings: both talent magnets and empire builders attract top talent. What differentiates them is what they do with the talent once it's in the door. And talent magnets don't run out of talent by moving their people on to bigger, better opportunities, because there's a steady stream of talent waiting to get into their organization. So as we move people on that road to presidential and set them free, now they're fully trained and they're out building their own business, then we can turn around and focus on the new people we're bringing in. So I thought this was interesting too. The only freedom that is of enduring importance is a freedom of intelligence. That is to say, freedom of observation and judgment, by John Dewey. So the second discipline of the multiplier is the liberator. And here the tyrant versus the liberator. So tyrants create a tense environment that suppresses people's thinking and capability. As a result, people hold back. They bring up safe ideas that the leader agrees with, and they work very cautiously. And there's no excitement. There's no thinking outside the box. So the liberators create an intense environment that requires people's best thinking and work. As a result, people offer their best and boldest thinking and give their best effort. That's what we want. Excited, intense people. So the three practices of the liberator: they create space. They release others by restraining ourselves. And we shift the ratio of listening to talking. Don't we talk about that all the time in Relive? Zip your lip and listen to people. They will tell you what they need. So you're going to define a space for discovery and allow them to discover their talents and level the playing field. And we're going to demand their best work. Defend the standard that you set, high standards. Distinguish best work from outcomes. And remember, we're all doing the very best we can, and we have to step away from the outcome because we have no control over the outcome. People may join us, they may not. We cannot control that. All we can do is do the very best work we can. And we're going to generate a rapid learning cycle. We admit and share mistakes, and we insist on learning from mistakes. And the best advancements I have made in my years with Relive have been when I've made mistakes. Trust me, they are emblazoned in your brain, and you will do everything you can not to repeat that mistake. And it really is a learning tool. So becoming a liberator, you're going to play fewer chips. You're going to let others contribute ideas. It's not all about you. Label your opinions. Is this a random musing, an opinion, or is it a policy decision? And talk up your mistakes. Share the mistakes you've made and make space for mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes and fail. It happens. We're human. We all make them. None of us are immune. So the number one difference between a Nobel Prize winner and others is not IQ or work ethic, but that they ask bigger questions. And I would say they ask better questions, and that's Peter Drucker. So number 3 is the challenger. And here we have the know-it-all versus the challenger. Know-it-alls give directives that showcase how much they know. As a result, they limit what their organization can achieve to what they themselves know how to do. Thus, the organization uses its energy to do what the boss thinks. It's all about what the boss is doing and thinking. The challengers define opportunities that challenge people to be beyond what they know how to do. As a result, they get an organization that understands the challenge and has the focus and energy to take it on and to learn how to overcome the challenges. So it's better to debate a decision without selling it than settling a decision without debating it. So we want to always include others in our decision-making. It's not all about us. So the fourth discipline is the debate maker. And here we verse the decision maker versus the debate maker. The decision makers decide efficiently with a small inner circle, but they leave the broader organization in the dark to debate the soundness of the decision instead of executing it. So the debate makers engage in people debating the issues up front, which lead to better, sound decisions that people understand, they buy into it, then they can execute it efficiently. We need to get buy-in from the people that are on our teams. And the only way to do that is to include them in the decision-making. So if you want to build a ship, don't drum up the men to gather wood, divide the work, and give orders. Instead, teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea. And what that says to me is we want to think big. We want to, the vision for where we're going with Relive has to be so big and vast that we have that burning desire every day to get up and talk to people about the gifts that we have to offer every single day. So the last avenue or the last discipline of the multiplier is the investor. And here we have the micromanager versus the investor. We've all worked with micromanagers, right? They manage every detail in a way that creates dependence on the leader and their presence for the organization to perform. And that is so counterproductive. The investors give other people the investment and ownership they need to produce results independent of the leader. Remember, we're not the boss. We're not the manager. Everybody in Relive is their own boss. They're the CEO of their own company, but we are working together as a team. And as a leader, we are encouraging and challenging and inspiring people to be the best that they can be to get their best results. So summary, if I could do one thing to get on the path of the multiplier, what would that be? You want to ask really insightful and interesting questions that make people think. And here we're back to asking questions. This is a practical step and it applies across all of the disciplines. If you're looking to build one skill, start with questions. People are smart and we'll figure it out. Ask, how is this person smart? This one question can interrupt any tendencies to judge people in a binary fashion and can work like a fast pass in the technicolor world where multipliers live. Because we want to understand people's strengths and build on those strengths. So this is your homework. Do you know where you are as a leader? Questions you can ask yourself. What kind of a leader are you? What kind of a leader do you want to be? And last, what do you need to do to become a better leader? Talk with your support team. Read and study. If this book is intriguing to you, buy it and read it. It's loaded with information and I've got a lot of studying to do. Think outside the box and have fun. So I love this. Be humble, be teachable, be successful. Ralph Waldo Emerson says it best. Without ambition, one starts nothing. Without work, one finishes nothing. The prize will not be sent to you. You have to earn it. Just because you want a business, it's not going to grow. It's not going to fall on your head from the sky. You have to work at it and you have to really train yourself, educate yourself, and really work on yourself. And that is really one of the most important things I believe to business success is building your own capabilities and your own talents and your own skills. So that wraps up our Saturday training. I am delighted to have been able to share with you. I hope you got something out of this. I know it's kind of an interesting topic, but I thought leadership is so important that I wanted to go into it in a little bit detail. So enjoy your Saturday. Merry Christmas to everyone in this wonderful holiday season. And we'll see you next Saturday, same time, same station.